Hello people, I'm Tim Ulmer and I'm your host for Epilepsy Gangster. Now, I have been a bitter enemy of Epilepsy Gangster since he caused my first seizure when I was 2 years old, and I'm 60 now. Epilepsy Gangster is like all criminals in the fact that their biggest fear is when people are informed and knowledgeable about them. So my strongest weapon is to acquaint you with members of my gang who are living happy, productive, and socially active lives despite the fact that they have epilepsy, but epilepsy does not have them. If this is your first time, please subscribe and leave a like, and in the meantime, let the show begin. Today's guest excited me because she combines elegance, charm, and smarts into her own brand, the Derra Howard brand. Derra is into fashion, she's a student of film, and she's into writing and speaking about epilepsy. We're fortunate that the epileptic community is such a part of her brand that she is giving us a wonderful greeting here today. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a real treat today to present to you a woman whose greatest love is helping other people find the love of themselves. She's also been a columnist along with me at epilepsydisease.com. It's a fabulous time to have Miss Derra Howard with us. Welcome, Derra.
Thank you.
Derra, how did the Epilepsy Gangster first come into your life, and what were your family's expectations?
Epilepsy first came into my life when I was 9 years old. I was at school, in class, the bell just rung for recess, and in my mind, we were heading to recess to go to the snack line. So right when I hit the double doors, everything went black. For me, it was like a black tunnel. And my friends say I walked all the way to the snack line, and then I just collapsed and went into a full-blown grand mal seizure. And the teachers was there and they called the ambulance for me. And I woke up, well, the next time I woke up, I was in the hospital and they told me I had a seizure. And that was my first seizure. It took me about a week to recover. And I didn't have a seizure again until a year later. But, and the next seizure after that was a really bad one. It was, I kept going into another seizure with status epilepticus. So that's when I was diagnosed with epilepsy. So that journey was a little different for me. It was hard for me to accept that I had epilepsy, especially as a child at 10 years old. I felt different.
Well, how did your family and friends accept it?
I think my mom, she struggled with it because my mom was not high school. My mom was in college, like a full-time student at the time. So she told me she cried, but at the same time, I had a lot of aunts and uncles and my grandparents stepped in and they were a village for us. They were there every time I had a seizure at school. So if my mom was away, at school, like my aunts or my uncles or my grandparents would come and pick me up. They never struggled as much as far as I know with it. They just accepted that, Derra has it and we're going to be here to support her.
By happening as a child, what did that mean to friends, dates as a teenager? Your social life?
I had a really active social life. I had boyfriends in high school. It really didn't affect me or my social circle. I mean, I grew up around all of my family, all of my cousins. So that per se didn't affect me. If anything, if I had a seizure at school, my cousins were there to protect me. My cousins were around. Like, I had one seizure, I remember one time in high school, and I rarely had seizures at school. It was always before school. And my cousin, me and him were literally the same age. He was like, he stayed for the whole seizure. He didn't go back to class. He waited till my mama came. He stayed and talked to my mom, was like, look, we need to make sure Derra's okay. Like, he stayed.
Fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
This is very interesting, but I need to take a moment to tell viewers about the Angels of Epilepsy. It's a nonprofit organization based here in Georgia, to which I've been a member of the advisory board for several years, and I'm quite proud of it. Angels of Epilepsy's mission is simple but powerful: to provide hope, education, advocacy, and direct assistance to those living with this often misunderstood condition. Even if epilepsy strikes all backgrounds and communities, many people are stuck with its stigma and financial hardship. Angels of Epilepsy works to bridge that gap by offering prescription and transportation assistance, educational resources, and support groups. Angels of Epilepsy works alongside community leaders and policymakers to ensure the voices of those impacted by epilepsy are heard and respected. If you want to learn more about its services or how you might participate, contact the address on the screen, angelsofepilepsy.org. Please contact Angels of Epilepsy. And now let's return to our show. Now, Derra, you have created your own brand. Please tell us what that involves and why it's important to your existence.
Well, the Derra Howard brand is everything that I'm doing. It is everything from my epilepsy journey. It is everything from creating a lane for me as a filmmaker, creating a lane for me as a fashion influencer, a journalist. It is me doing everything and me being able to tell my story in that journey, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. A filmmaker?
Yes.
Wow. When you went to college, what exactly did you study? Was it fashion, journalism, film, what?
I have my bachelor's degree currently in mass communications, but I'm finishing up my master's degree in screenwriting currently.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
Epilepsy has not hurt you.
I could say it delayed me a lot, but as far as I can put it, I'm trying to stay the course as much as I can. I keep telling myself, like, you're delayed, but you can keep going. Like, I might be a little delayed, I might be a little behind, but this is my journey. Like, who am I keeping up with but myself? So,
bravo, that's spectacular. Now, you do a lot of travels in your.
I have in the last few weeks.
Please tell us where you travel.
Okay. In October, I went to a screenwriting conference because I'm trying to take my screenwriting seriously because I'm about to graduate in December. So I was like, well, let me just, start networking and screenwriting. So I went to a conference in New York for that. And in this month, I went to the Healthy Voices Conference. I was selected as one of the Healthy Voices for Johnson & Johnson in Princeton, New Jersey. So I was able to enjoy that experience as well.
So are you worried about traveling alone and being epileptic?
Sometimes I am. Sometimes I have to push my flights back if I feel dizzy or if I don't feel like, okay, I don't feel right. I don't feel good enough to travel right now by myself. So I'll push my flight back for sure.
You let stewards know?
No, but if I have ever felt dizzy, which I haven't had that happen on a plane, and I hope it doesn't, but if I were to have that happen where I'm feeling dizzy, I would let them know.
Now, you're definitely a young woman here. How have you handled men regarding your epilepsy and having relationships?
I mean, I don't put it at the forefront. Most people who know me know that I already have epilepsy, so it's not something I have to quote unquote hide. So if you're trying to date me, you already know that I already have epilepsy, and I will let you know this is something, you do need to know seizure safety, because I take care of myself. So if I'm going to invite you into my life, you have to as well learn how to take care of me as well.
I was surprised when I lived in Chicago 25 years ago. I had 3 college-educated professional women turn down dates when they learned I was epileptic. But I think that's great how you've handled it. Describe the reward that you get by being an epileptic advocate.
I mean, I'm just happy I can share my journey. I don't feel like my journey's done with others, to know that you can live a normal life, because there was one point where I didn't feel like I could live a normal life. So I want people who have epilepsy, who may feel hopeless, because there were times where I actually felt like I don't see the vision. I don't see where I can be a filmmaker. I don't see where I can be a creative. I don't see these things for myself. And now I'm living these things for myself. So I just have a few more pieces to put together, and then I'm like, I'm here. So that's why I do it. It's not work. It's my passion.
Well, shoot, am I going to be watching the Oscars one day and seeing the motion picture writer of the year, Derra Howard, get rewarded, and I'll say that woman was a guest on my show one time?
I mean, that's a goal. That's the goal.
What advice do you have for people with epilepsy?
I would say never give up, and don't let epilepsy dictate your life. Like, you can maneuver in a way that suits you, because there are people with epilepsy that are committing suicide. So you can move to a city that is a walking city, to where you can live a fulfilling life. Get around people that are supportive to your condition. If your seizures are active, try to find the best doctor in the nation. If your doctor is not helping you, do the research. Really try to help yourself. Ask all the questions you need to ask to your doctor. Just really, really advocate for yourself, because this is your body, this is your health, and you want to live the best life you can live for yourself.
Well, Derra, thank you very much for sharing that with us, and we look forward to seeing you at the Oscars.
Thank you so much.
Hey, Epilepsy Gangster, this tyrant used to think that he was the most cruel and terrible thing there ever was, just the way you do. Well, hey, look what's happened to him. And my gang and researchers are going to see that you go extinct also. And for the rest of you, may you be seizure-free, and God bless you.